It was a game that a lot of people thought would be very very close. But then again, Enzo Maresca seems to be getting a grip of this team, or perhaps not. Where did it all go wrong for Man City over the weekend?
All right, Kosi, thanks. Before I even talk about Maresca and people are asking or being worried for him, let me just say this. Mikel Arteta is going to have a very calm season. It's not because of the fact that new coaches are around, but I think he's going to use the same template again. The same template, the same format he used to win the EPL. He's going to try again. And he doesn't know where he'll be surprised because his keen rival was what? Pep. And Pep is not around anymore. So he doesn't know what's ahead of him. But what he can do is use the same template, defend well. The fullbacks, wingers come very deep to come and help in defensive shape. Make sure that he gets goals from set pieces. And this time, hope that his striker, that Kai Havertz or Gyökeres, will get him very good goals and good numbers so that he can at least, if he's supposed to give a gap, he gives the gap. He's supposed to, get comfortable, keen wins, he gets them and get the balance in Europe and also in the domestic field. I look at Arsenal's bench and I say it's not a bad bench. He will do what he has to do. So obviously, our favourites to win the EPL again, and you could see how they beat City. The midfield passes from midfield from Skelly to Calafiori. He's going to use the fullbacks again. Calafiori, all those guys. Skelly as a midfielder, sometimes as a fullback. The guy you bought from Leverkusen now, the Ecuadorian, what's his name? Hincapié. Sometimes plays as a defender, as a fullback sometimes. So he's going to use them a lot this season to torment opponents. So Mikel, I'm not having a problem with him. The same structure, the same flow, the same plan. So he's going to play well. They are going to do well. Let's see what they'll do in the Champions League. I say again, I was eager to see what will happen with them if they brought Vinicius Junior. Because that one, let's see if he will come and help the team or he will distort the team. Luckily for them, I use the word lucky because we didn't know the Vinicius Junior Arsenal were about to get. Because even looking at him at preseason now, doesn't even look ready. It's a worry sign for Mourinho and Madrid. We will get there later. So, the new guy they've brought on the left wing is ready to push, ready to play for them. It's not going to be a problem. I think Arsenal are going to do well this season. Bearing the fact that Declan Rice is not yet ready and Saliba is not even yet back. Mascatella can do the work for some time till Saliba comes in. So I want to say he's not going to panic. It's going to be a season for Mikel to relax the most because he knows the away grounds now. He knows what to expect at Newcastle, what to expect from new coaches. The only problem, or not the problem, the only thing he doesn't know is that what are the plans of the incoming coaches? What is the plan of Alonso? How can he stop Alonso? What he's supposed to do? His close friend. He knows Maresca already. He knows Mikel already. Michael Carrick already. So that's the only issue he's going to interface. And maybe bearing some injuries are going to happen for him in the future. But with him, I think Arsenal are going to do, not because of the community shield, but because it's very open and keen. Like one of the most experienced coaches in the EPL now. Why? Because the Don Pep has left the stage for Mikel to have the only solo down. So for me, I think Arsenal fans are going to enjoy the season. Probably they win the league. If they don't win the league, we'll get there. But if they are favourites to win the league, obviously, on paper, everything, they are favourites to win the league. For Maresca, I won't go into the game because I think the game was all Arsenal. I saw weaknesses in the fullbacks of Maresca. But what I picked is that he is wanting to start imposing his tactics on them ASAP. And that is the red flag. You see, you have inherited a Pep dressing room. Pep stopped feeding them with tactics and became a man management machine. He was
man management machine.
He was cooking them. He was in their head. He was manipulating his strikers. He was in their heads. They were fighting for him. Fast forward, he goes and you come. You are a tactical semi-juniors. You are not bad tactically. You don't go straight ahead and impose the tactics on them. You have to win players like Haaland, players like Diaz, players like Cherki. You have to win them over. Massage their egos. then with time, put your system in them. So I hope he's not making the mistake of straight on board, let me tactics. No, like they go chew for him, they go chop 7th. Like he'll be sacked very early.
For example, yesterday he played Abdul Kader Kusanova right back. He had Matheus Nunes on the bench. Somebody who had played a right back also.
Because he wanted to invert somebody. So really quickly, you are starting to impose your system on them, which is not bad. But looking at who you came to take the team from, they have moved from a tactical Pep movement to a Pep that manages them well, encourages them well, has stopped playing detailed football to the basics and principles and just flow. So he has to know that, okay, let me get close to Haaland, let me get close to Diaz, let me get close to those marquee boys that help Pep become a Pep with the City side, and let me get them close to me. Then I enter their head with my style, because your style will suit Haaland with your cutbacks from your wingers. So I just hope that's what he has to do, because if Haaland starts the season and he's not feeling your style, he will start nagging. And when a key player is nagging, a big boy like him is nagging, the next thing is that he wants to leave the club, and that your could becomes a problem. So Maresca already, rival fans are watching you with one eye open because of what you did with Chelsea and how you left, and we lost the trophy, and Chelsea fans were happy. So I hope he should start very, very well, and you start by what? Getting close to these key players. The reason why he's asking for Enzo is that he wants to play his system, and he's not having somebody who understands the system well to come and help him. That is why he's pushing for the Enzo Fernandez deal, which it's likely to happen.
But now they will be on different terms. We'll come to that.
So Maresca should be very careful with his man management, because for me, if I want to reflect on how he managed Reece James, it was cool. But now you're managing serious entire team that has been with Pep for like 5 years. It's not easy. They will listen to you at a particular time. What do you have for them? What can you convince them with? Are you ready to buy into their system too? Will you be pragmatic? These are the questions that I'm asking. If he's not going to be pragmatic, he will enjoy playing for City, because Pep was evolving. We were not seeing. All he was doing was that sometimes you're going to play against Arsenal, he will change the system. Pep used right secondary school to invert, to underlap, to overlap, to be a box crasher, because he gave him that motivation. Let Maresca try that thing with the boy. The boy will crash. So don't go and be Pep, but be smart in your dealings with these key players. I'm worried. But when this system or his system the players get used to it, they are going to disturb. They are going, because Maresca's system, I'm a fan of a system inverting fullbacks to create wide wingers, and 1v1s to be completed, then cutbacks, then arriving double 10s, and then number 9. It's not bad. It's very brilliant. But look at somebody like Semenyo. I already have a quote. Before Semenyo became for the Black Stars World Cup camp, I said, Semenyo, if you don't master your 1v1s in this Maresca team, you are going to struggle. And the preseason, did he play well yesterday? I didn't get the second. He was decent.
Yeah. I don't think it was even his fault.
Yeah, it wasn't even his fault.
I don't think it was his fault.
It wasn't his fault, because so in general, Semenyo should be a player that will master his 1v1s, and even Doku, before they are able to play for Maresca. So I'm surprised he's pushing Savino out, because Savino just needed that particular time, confidence, and nurturing, so that he can become maybe productive in his cutbacks, because he's a better dribbler and his system suits you, Maresca, more.
It looks like he wants to bring Grealish back into the fold somewhat.
Because Grealish is not bad with his take-ons. For his wingers, it's all about how can you complete a lot of take-ons for him and just arrive in the box or around the box and cut back. That is how Maresca wants his style. And Doku will do it often, but how consistent can he be? Semenyo will try his best. So I don't want to say City fans should panic. I think it's Arsenal and they've beaten him. It's a reality check for him. But get into the head of these key players. Have I missed any key player out? Haaland, Diaz, maybe Cherki. Probably he is a key player now. These boys, these 3 figures, Donnarumma, get into their heads. Let them play for you. Don't go there and be a Rafael Benitez. If they don't play for you, you are going to be sacked early. It's simple. Because you've inherited a very heavy squad. A squad that Pep says this, and they are all shaking. So for me, I think it's not a cause for panic, but if he can apply these man management measures, it's going to help him.
Sadi, Yesterday, Man City were completely dismembered. I mean, a lot of people will say so. They were giving a run around by Arsenal. But then aside that, people will say, listen, it's probably early days to expect Maresca to exert his influence on this Manchester City team. Another school of thought said, listen, this team is too good. So you should have just done what people will call the Arne Slot principle. You know what that is?
Yeah.
He came to meet a blueprint from Jurgen Klopp. He said, you know what, let's carry on doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then what did they do? They won the league. When he decided to do his own thing, it completely collapsed. What school of thought do you belong to? Should Enzo Maresca look to just carry on what Pep Guardiola was doing, or he should look to make drastic changes to this Man City team?
Because for Enzo Maresca, he needs to understand one thing, that drastic changes at this point in time would actually not augur well for him as a manager at City. He has been in the fold of City as an assistant before. He left, went to rebuild a completely broken Leicester side, got them back into the Premier League, went to pick up a Chelsea that were bloated at a point and was able to trim the squad down. Though his methods of trimming has still not worked for the Chelsea side till today, but he was able to get them some trophies in his first full season. Now you go back to a Manchester City job that you actually walked out on the Chelsea job waiting for. That means that you are prepared for it. That means that you know exactly what you are going to do with it. But you don't come onto the pitch clueless, missing, confused like yesterday. Now, you come onto a pitch and then all of a sudden you want to play a high line. Your defenders are not the quickest. You want to play a high line. You, in one breath, want to push O'Reilly way up the pitch to be playing as if he's inverted and he's dancing in the penalty box. In another breath, you are confused with how far you want to push Kushanov. Now, there were a lot of rookie mistakes from Maresca yesterday. Number one, why play Kushanov on the right-hand side?
Yeah, I was wondering. A right back, he was so...
Well, he becomes a right centre back when O'Reilly overlaps.
No, but O'Reilly's okay, yeah.
But then again, when you look at the heat map of Kushanov, he was literally in the same position as Elliot Anderson for most part of the game. So that part was lost. So if you say right centre back, I would just disagree a bit, because it was as if he was trying so much to keep Zoles under control, but failed woefully at it. He also failed woefully at tracking the runs of Calafiori.
At a point, he had 4 centre backs on the pitch.
Yes.
He took off O'Reilly and brought on Gay. That's when I'm like, what's he doing? Like, what does he want to do? What is he looking to achieve by playing 4 centre backs?
That is the Pep school of thought. We've seen it from
Not to catch you, but I don't think that was far-fetched, because normally, even in the Pep era, they used to play that with those same players, except Guardiola will play as a left back, and Guardiola is very comfortable at left back, so it wasn't necessarily 4 centre backs. I think Guardiola moving to left back is pretty much comfortable for this match.
But then again, if you had a Ben White on the other side, right, and you had maybe like a Reinhard Nuri who could do overlapping runs, you probably would look to bring him on instead.
But technically, Arsenal also started 4 centre backs, so it's basically the same.
Yeah, but I mean, Ben White has played as a right back for God knows how long.
He's used to it.
Calafiori,
Guardiola also has played as, for quite the same number of time.
But then again,
Guardiola has played
as a left
less.
back.
Yeah.
Because
Less.
of his injury.
Yes, less than...
During his time at City, he's played more as a left back than as a centre back.
Yeah, but same applies to White.
Exactly,
White has
that's what I'm saying.
But White has spent more time at Arsenal than Gvardiol for City.
Yeah, but then again, what I'm saying, the point I'm making is, when we say 4 centre backs, I don't think it is something new to the City side, because they've been doing this even under Pep.
No, but I think in the context of this, right, what City needed yesterday was they needed to stretch Arsenal somewhat.
Yeah.
Okay. And they weren't doing that enough. Arsenal were running in behind them with ease. what's his name, was looking prime Zidane, Miles Lewis Kelly. He was in full control, having a good time, jolly good time. You needed people who stretch the play, people who have a bit of pace, etc. And on that bench, you've got Matheus Nunes, who's proving that he can do it.
Yeah.
And you've got Reinhard Nuri, who can do it.
But honestly, if he doesn't cook with this team, I'll be surprised because you were asking for a good team on the bench at Chelsea. So if he struggles there with the profile, because City doesn't lack anywhere, and they even want to add Enzo for you.
Sedi. Yeah.
No, but seriously, you see, I understand where you guys are coming from, but for me, I believe that this is not the first time we are seeing the 4 centre-back situation. Solid. I love it. But what was the instruction given to the individual players to execute on the pitch? Arteta would start with 4 centre-backs and give them instructions that do not cross this line. Play the ball in this manner. Do not do this. But what did we see Kushinov do? Kushinov was literally absent from the winger's position and was constantly tagging onto Diaz as if he wanted Diaz to be holding him. And that was where all the goals came from. Look at the first goal. Place that ball and you are watching Calafiori throw through and then you are just there. Second goal, you are watching Zolis run behind you. You are watching, it's not like you turned your back. You saw him coming and then you turned your back. Why do you do this to the player? You have exposed the player to all this kind of issues. Now, you come into midfield as well, and then you put up a spineless midfield. A spineless midfield. You would have expected that one person will be very combative, and then one person will be that, let's carry the ball, let's help distribute the passes. But both of them were at one point in time confused. Is it Kovacic at this age you are going to expect to be that combative person in midfield for you? Is it Kovacic? And certainly, Anderson is not starting a game on the bench. You look at his price tag and he has no business on the bench. He's going to be playing. And when he's playing, what is he also doing? He's not winning ground duels. He's rather winning aerial duels. Aerial duels for you, a midfielder, good, no problem. But ground duels are also important if we need that kind of steel in the City midfield. You're not providing that. Now, you look up front. For them, they were not in the game. Haaland could have done himself a great service if he had watched the game from home and told them that they should just put his jersey on the pitch as if he's there. Because he did next to the word nothing. It was not his doing. It is the system that was put out by Maresca. Maresca pushes them high and then they are totally lost. No shape of a rest defense, nothing at all. Playing players out of position in your first game. I feel you should just revert to the basics, build from there, get a grip of the team, and then you can begin to make changes. Just like what he said, use the formula that has worked in recent time. The slot formula. It's a jackpot. It works each and every time. You come in, you have the players who are big boys in the team already. You have them on your side because you have worked at the team not long ago.
And you see, not to catch you, but Ellie, I mean, you watched the game thoroughly. Yeah. If immediately Arsenal passed the ball from when the whistle was blown, they probably were given instructions, target Kusanov. They probably were, because that is where they were going. Even if the ball was on the right side of the left side of the Manchester City defense, they were always floating in those diagonals. And every time they floated those diagonals in, Kusanov was caught out of position. Yeah. Now, every time they had an opportunity to break, probably Semenyo didn't have a good game because he was isolated on the right. Because Kusanov was, I don't know what he was trying to do. Because Calafiori was doing a good job inverting. I don't know if he was trying to track him or something. But he was out of position all the time. I mean, these are experiments that could have been avoided, perhaps.
Exactly.
I don't know if Sedi is that.
Oh no, you can go on.
But like, I'm not to hold brief for City, but I do feel there are a host of reasons that should account for the kind of performance they put up yesterday. Look, we speak about Maresca coming to meet a settled team, and he should have stuck to what was already there and all that. But let's not forget, a major part of what was there was Rodri and Bernardo Silva, and they are no longer there. So he definitely had to change things. Because if you have
but Rodri was injured for God knows how long.
That's not that. Like, a major part of how City play, or how City have played for the past 5 seasons in general, has been Rodri. It has been Bernardo Silva. Even last season, if you look at the period where they mounted a surge to chase Arsenal down to the title, between that period between February and April, you could see that was the period where Bernardo Silva had his best, was in his best form in the entire season. So that should tell us the importance of this player to their team. So if you are losing 2 key figures like that, it is bound to disturb or distort your plans. And for a new manager coming in, look, yesterday one thing that stuck out to me with Manchester City is the fact that the team just felt off. That's the closest word I can think of. The team just felt off, and I think about it, and it is understandable because this is a team very much in rebuild. Because, like, the side that won the treble, from the side that won the treble, you look at the team, and it is only Erling Haaland and Ruben Diaz that started the game. Every other player was missing. You understand? So you can understand Maresca for not getting it right at the first try, and facing a national team that are very much settled and very much composed. You understand? So for me, this loss should tell Maresca the magnitude of the job he has to do. Because this City team, if he already didn't know, and with the loss of Rodri, I felt they should have kept Rodri for at least one more season, allow him to walk.
Yeah.
Because you look at the number of players that have left the team here this summer. Nathan Ake gone, John Stones gone, already Ederson left, and they are still adapting to Ederson leaving, and their build-up has been all over the place since then. So Ederson, if we could add Ederson, John Stones, Nathan Ake, there's already
but Stones was barely playing. Ake was barely playing.
Yeah, but then again, these are figures in the team. You understand? That's my point. It's not about how the number of games they play. They are still figures in the team. And until they leave, you still see you wouldn't see the void. Now, Rodri and Bernardo Silva, 2 key figures in your midfield, are gone.
Yeah.
So you see one thing is, these players that I'm mentioning, 3 out of them, Stones, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, these were leaders in the team. Yeah. I was looking at the City team yesterday, and I'm like, with things going bad, who is going to galvanize these boys and say, hold my hand, let's go? Aside Erling Haaland, I didn't see anyone. And let's not forget, Erling Haaland himself was struggling because he's battling an injury. Yeah. He hasn't played any minutes of preseason games. He only trained for 2 days before this game. Ruben Diaz, he's the only one left. He should feel kind of isolated in at the centre back in quotes, a centre back in quotes, because his major suspects he has been doing the job with for the past years are not there. So for me, I would want to see it watch it from that angle and feel sorry for Maresca a bit. But if you didn't already know, the task at City is hard. Already replacing a manager of that magnitude after spending so long at the club and having so much success, we've seen it from the likes of Alex Ferguson that it is never easy. And added to the fact that you've lost 4 key players of the last regime. So for Maresca, I do believe this game was a wake-up call for him, and it should tell him he has to set up. They still need to get a lot more bodies in because the squad is also very light, and yeah, he has his work cut out for him, and he has 20 or is it 16 or 17 more days in the market to get things right.
Amazing stuff. But one set of people that got things right were Arsenal. And how scintillating were they against Manchester City yesterday? Kai Havertz and his charges were absolutely sensational. But one man that stood out, Martin Odegaard. And I'll start with you again, Ellie, on this one, since you are the Arsenal fan. When Martin Odegaard was impervious yesterday, he was stunning. He was what you'd want your number 8 stroke number 10 to do, and your skipper to do. Just how crucial will he be to Arsenal season?
Yeah, it's one of the best. It's probably his best game we've seen in the last 2 years. I mean, before the game, where like Arsenal insiders the news we've been getting from the Arsenal insiders close to the training fields is the coaches and the people at Arsenal have been very impressed by the level at which he came back from the World Cup in, and they say they see the work he's putting in every day. You can see this is a man who is coming in with something to prove this. He's coming in with a chip on his shoulder, and I'm not surprised, because if you look at Martin Odegaard as a person, and if you look at his comments after the last season, he admitted that he wasn't at his best. He admitted he sort of admitted that he contributed very little to Arsenal's title win. So, as a captain of the team, as a leader, I do think he feels he owes it to the fans, he owes it to the club to put in quite a performance this season and to propel Arsenal if they have to defend the league. For me, he was absolutely phenomenal. He controlled the tempo. He was playing the passes at the right time. It was similar to what we saw at the World Cup, and the role he had at the World Cup for me was one of the best. Is the best for him going forward, because here's a case where he's not going to be pushed up high so much to be playing just behind the striker. He's going to be the one at the first phase of build-up, dictating play, and then controlling the game from deep. And if he is able to master that going forward, he could play at the top level for the next 10 years, because he has the brains and he wouldn't need to use so much of his body and in that role. And for me, I've always rated him and I've never given up on him. So it was sort of some vindication for me for the kind of trust and belief I've had in him for years. There were rumors about him leaving to Bayern at the start of the window. I hope this performance will shut down those rumors for the time being. He's the captain of this side, and he's the reason the team is settled. And one for Odegaard, one thing people have always underrated him for is his leadership qualities. Let's not forget, this is a guy who was named captain of his country at age 20. You are not. You do not. You are. There's no way you will not have that leadership quality in you if you are not named the captain at that young age. So, Odegaard yesterday put up quite an amazing performance, and I was very, very much impressed with him, along with several other players. You can talk about Christos Scholes and David Raya, who were impeccable on the day. So that's just it.
Amazing stuff. Yes.
To add to what he said, I think I've been hard on Odegaard for 2 seasons, asking for number. I think I supported him 2 seasons because he was dropping very deep to help with the midfield. And last season I was asking for numbers from him because now they have Mendy and Rice to do the pivoting for him. But I think I'm not convinced with how Gyökeres did with his numbers in his first season. So if it's going to be the same, I expect him to also get goals or get a lot of numbers for Arsenal, because they don't have a striker that is guaranteed them 20 goals or 25 goals like Haaland will do for City. So I think a good start for him, because we need to see the captains in the EPL turn up and show that they are the leaders on the pitch and of the field. So I think it's a good one for him. Hopefully it's an injury-free season for Odegaard, and he enjoys the league this season.
Fantastic. But Sedi, Ellie spoke about Christoph Scholes, on the left yesterday. What did you make of his official debut in a competitive game for Arsenal?
Well, I would say that if you've watched him in his element at his previous club in the Pro League in Belgium, this is not far from what he was doing in the top 5 European leagues. You take out one of the top 5 and then you add Belgium, he would have had the most assists combined. So he has actually been that person. I call him the feeder Zolis. He would feed the scorers to score.
Hey, I didn't know you put the give him name.
Be you they give name pass.
I'm not give him name. I don't see.
Oh, but maybe you don't see. But listen,
you have to wow me.
He wowed yesterday for me.
Okay. Yeah.
He took advantage of Koshenov and made him pay. He had I think he had a hand in all the 3 goals at a point also. Yeah, but directly assisting too. For me, it just shows that, for want of a better word, at this early stages, you might say that it's a step up on Trossard. You might just say that.
Wow. I don't agree.
That's a big statement.
That is a big statement. Wait. Hold on. Hear me out. What was Trossard doing for us now?
A lot.
He's coming up with crucial goals.
A lot.
Coming up with crucial goals.
Like even their clutch player. Like honestly, you know this, and I know
solid. No problem.
Yeah.
What does Martinelli do for us now on that?
No numbers, but I mean defending.
One goal contribution.
Yeah, we can't defend him. But Chole just came and you want to say this.
His name is not Chole.
Don't do that. He just came and don't.
No. I'm saying that.
Trossard was there. Like when the goals get tough for Mikel Arteta, he pulls him off, and that's the magic for him.
But in the tail end,
I'm even coming to say that I'm not even convinced with Chole being only their left winger. I want them to bring somebody else.
For that, I am definitely not convinced. But he's already there, and he, as a player, is good enough, and he has the levels to compete in the league and help Arsenal.
Okay.
Arsenal, as a team, needed to sell players not because of financial reasons, but just to bring in fresh blood to also keep the hunger there. And Zolis is that guy who would help them with that hunger. He also now wants to win the EPL and have a taste of it. And majority of this team has already won the EPL and would help him, would actually ease him into it. Look at how much they got him for. It does not come with pressure. It does not come with pressure. No one in the game was mentioning the amount with which he joined Arsenal for. Everyone was concentrating on 116 million. Zolis would come very good for Arsenal this season, and he will be one of those players that if Arteta does not go against the grain, and that's his the regular things he does, you see him starting a player. You put the player in your fantasy, and that is the day that Arteta will say that he will start from the bench. Once he does not do any of such gimmicks, I think Zolis, Arsenal will not miss Trossard. Arsenal will not miss Trossard if Zolis continues in this manner.
Should they get another winger?
They really do need another winger.
Or perhaps it's the season when Max Daumann comes to the party.
I don't think Arteta would believe so much in Max Daumann to give him that opportunity. We've seen what he's done with Ethan Nwaneri. We've seen it's Lewis Kelly who's been that player to change himself and tell him, oh, Charlie, I can play here when you want me. I can play here when you want me. But for a player, not like as though the player is a specialist, but a player who plays up front, you can't be calling the player to be coming into the middle part of the pitch when it is not working out for him. So I feel that Max Daumann, maybe he'll still be having his cameo appearances, but who knows? I think Ellie will tell us that they have a left winger coming, but they need to get into the market. Then again, Ajo would want to sell them 100 million.
Pedro Neto.
Yes.
Yeah, Pedro
150.
150.
Charlie, 150.
But anyway, the King Ajo.
Yeah.
I mean, this Arsenal team seems pretty complete. I mean, pretty complete. We're hearing they're looking for another centre back and perhaps another winger. But then again, we're hearing rumours that Miles Lewis Kelly was being offered out. After yesterday's performance, if you're Arsenal, would you want to see him go?
Even before the performance, I think they shut down the rumours. And he's staying. He's a brilliant young chap, a versatile player, hardworking and very aggressive. It will be a huge loss. I don't know where the rumours came from, but I'm happy with how Arsenal treated it and just, I mean, they even wanted to link it to the man, that the man wants more money. Look at right? The man wants more money. And
just signed a new contract last year. So.
Exactly. So I was wondering where the news was coming from, that he has been offered to Chelsea and also given to United. But I think he's a good player for them. And he has to stay. And he has to stay and do a good job for them. So I don't think Arsenal lacks anything anywhere. What's happening? I don't think Arsenal lacks anything anywhere. But how they are playing and how they are going, like I said, like Mikel is going to have the freedom to choose and enjoy this season. So yeah, I mean, Skelly staying is very key for them.